Today's video is about something I've written quite a bit lately and talked about for 13 years privately, and anybody online or in person about. And we're going to deal with the subject that I wrote a line. I will take reality over ideology any day of the week. Okay? So we're going to go into that. We're going to go into ideology and reality. And it's a big theme that's really clashing in America right now and in the meditation communities and whatnot. For years I wrote it as truth, love, realized. And the truth part would be reality. The love part would be more the ideology or the essence or the feelings. And the realized part is when you embody or balance the two. Okay? So I wrote truth, love, realized since 2015. And what I did there is there's an author, Jed McKenna, Spiritual Enlightenment, the damnedest thing, and he talks about truth realized. Well, I said, yeah, it's a little imbalanced, so let's extend it and update it and make it truth, love, realized. Okay, and that's where that came from, and that's core pillars of the real inner circle of meditation teachings. Excuse me. So to extend upon truth, love, realized, which I will do videos and in great lengths as we keep going down the road of this channel. We get to ideology and reality. So again, I will take reality over ideology any day of the week, or any day. I wrote it in Soul Moon Shining. So, okay, reality. We'll start there. Reality, everybody, is simple. It's just facts. Now, what occurs, people living in a dream bubble. So what is a dream bubble? It's your thought, your conditioned behaviors, your thought or your focused attention. It blurs, or you get lost in your ideology or your behaviors, or what you think, or what you will learn, or what you are, and you can't stop and go, there's a hand here holding out a thumb, or there's a hand here holding out a thumb, or there's hand here two hands here holding out two peace symbols. You start going, well, I don't know if that's real, and what is the thought behind that, and blah blah blah, and the mind takes it and starts analyzing it. It's not that difficult, everybody. Truth is what is. Reality is what is. Okay? So, it's very simple. And one of the easiest ways to ever check your own reality is you grab a piece of paper, or if you go on your computer, open up a notepad file, and write down, okay, where do you live? How old are you? How much do you weigh? How much money you make? How many siblings do you have? How many friends do you have? What's your job? How's your health? All the basic factual realities. And don't cheat it. It's just for yourself. Okay? You write a basic inventory of your life. And it's very important, especially in the world of meditation, because you can get really into the cathartic emotions. You can really get into the dreams and the visions and the creativity. And you have to then, bam, you got to gut check it and do a base inventory. Do it all the time. Okay? To check, are you in your mind, and are you, are you dreaming, or are you here in basic reality? Okay, because the mind can surf, people. It can really surf into ideology, all right, or thoughts, or visions, or creativity, or some people will call it spirit. Okay, all right. Don't hold to word games, everybody. Love words, but I don't attach to them. But yet, I also understand a word, it means what it means. And that goes back from non-attachment as an example to what I'm saying here. Non-attachment is like, I don't hold to words. I'm not like fixated about it. I don't believe they're fixated points in self when you speak them. I don't get emotionally distraught by a certain term or word or saying. And if I do, then it's meditation, boom, clear that out and find, the peace or serenity within you and the non-attachment or impermanence of that word. Okay. But having said that, the word apple means apple. It's an apple. Okay. Back to the point about ideology and reality. Now, everybody, I love esoteric philosophy. I love poetry. I love meditation teachings. I love to create stories, in the writings. And I love creativity. I love art. I love creativity. Okay. So I vastly enjoy it. The ideology. And ideology is part of visions, thoughts, concepts, all these things, which are wonderful. Okay. But reality is reality. And it's no harder than that. And what occurs in life and on the spiritual journey, one of the fascinating things that's happening for me now is I'm watching in politics in America, how factuality is clashing with reality. And it comes after years of, presidents or political party that really expressed a lot of ideology, a lot of beautiful feelings, a lot of beautiful ideas, a lot of beautiful emotions, a lot of truths. Okay, which is common in the world of meditation, discourse. Okay, it's what we're doing here, pretty much. But there's a difference. Okay, I'm not saying what most people that claim they are realized are saying. Okay. People get very lost in that, and hopefully I'll clarify it throughout the videos. Okay. So, reality is reality. It can be no more simpler. Great line as truth. The Jed McKenna book. It's a fabulous book, everybody. Okay. So, why do I take reality over ideology? People say, hey, thoughts and ideas and passions are what has created all of life. The spark of creating or doing comes from, you could take it down from, some people take it down from self or spirit, then into the body, into yourself, and then the mind grabs it, and the mind has visions and creativity, and then it creates. So the original spark of reality is created through this in the human race. The example of that would be somebody had a dream and they invented a wheel. They had an idea. Okay, ideology. Okay, now it's a idea and ideology a little bit different, but just generals here, okay? So hang with me. So that's wonderful stuff, okay? But people live in this float, and the meditation communities, and now, again, fascinating to me, that you have a country in a social, verbal, political war clashing over ideology and realities, and they're working through it. Now, this is a very common thing that you have to do in the true awakening, the true path to enlightenment, the true moment of realization, is that at some point you answer all these questions and you get clear. Clarity pierces through the illusion. Okay, how does that happen? How clarity pierces through the illusion is a trial and error, everybody. For years you go, I thought this was going to happen. I thought I was going to make this happen, and it didn't happen. And you check the reality of what you thought with what is. Sometimes it's a timing matter. Other times it's just that what you were seeing was incorrect to what was occurring. Your surroundings around you or the moment now. Okay? And it's even simpler than that. You get to point, boom, what is in front of me? Okay? And there's no buffers. There's no buffers. There's no your dream projection onto the scene. Like, I want to be, again, an NBA basketball player. So I went to the store and a guy said, hey, you should play basketball. I said, yeah, you know what? That's just another affirmation and synchronicity that I should be an NBA basketball player. Because I'm projecting my whatever. Now, this gets a little tricky because I don't want to undermine passion and creativity. Okay, I'm not here hacking down. You have this beautiful spark of inspiration of what you want to do, and I'm not hacking that down. I'm clarifying the difference, and it's very important, people here. So in the awakening moment, the real awakened state, you're clear of who you are, and what you're doing, and what surrounds you. It's one of the reasons I've been able to pick the last 4 presidents of the United States. I had them all. And the last one I was like, whew, that was a little bit of a surprise, but I said it should happen. And it did. It's just because I could pierce through it. It's why I can see all the stories going, and I can pierce through it and pull out. And then I play with it with the esoteric teachings or my own philosophy. Okay, it's clarity. Okay, so reality, when you see reality correctly, you have very simple point of view. What is? What's happening? So when I say I'll take reality over ideology, what I am saying is that I'm not dreaming. And I don't mean in bed and and having beautiful visions and whatever. That happens to me every day. I dream and I have visions. Okay, but I put those in their proper content and context. I had a beautiful dream last night, early this morning. Fabulous dream. Beautiful woman engaged me. I was like, wow, it was just a beautiful jam. I was like, okay, fabulous. I had great visions yesterday. I was sitting in a deep meditation state and incredible vision came. Okay, but I put that in the content and context. Those dreams and those visions are in those moments. Okay. Then I wake up and I say, oh, wow. Here's where I live, here's what I have to do today, and this is what's going on. Okay? Reality. Now, the clash between ideology and reality is huge right now. Okay? And not just in the country. This is a huge sweeping effect across the world. I see it in my own biased point of view. What's occurring is one of the core features of what has to happen for society to truly get hip and awaken, the Great Awakening. Okay, Teacher's Teacher was the one that introduced that years and years ago, or made it very popular. Okay, so reality. Reality is the base, a non-dreamy, spaced out blissfulness. And again, in previous videos, I said it's okay to be dreamy, it's okay to be blissful, it's okay to have that. But boom, pull it back together into the moment. It's okay to be working for a goal and a task, or a project, or a story, or creativity. That's fabulous. But balance, people. You have to know the difference between the two. So what's occurring, and I'll give you the key keys to when you as a person are clashing with your ego and reality, with your ideology and your reality. Okay? A few seconds. So reality is simple. It's factual. So I'm always going to take reality. I'm right here. I'm not dreaming. I'm not walking around in a trance state, going, oh, I'm the new savior of the planet, and oh, worship me, and oh, the birds and the bees, and we're all in harmony, and it's just, I get up and I look around and say, oh, what a beautiful day, and life is fabulous, and it's gorgeous, and it's what an incredible thing this is to be on this planet, and I'm very grateful that I'm alive and I'm breathing. And then I look around and say, okay, what's going on? I said, well, hey, I stepped in gum. That sucks. I got to clean it up. But in meditation, after all the years, I don't have a predisposition to moments anymore. Okay. I go, is that so? Okay, it's a beautiful day. It's sunny. The birds are chiming. I stepped in gum. It's the same. It's all an aspect of life, and I accept it. Okay, because it's what it is. So in ideology, people go, well, I want there to be, as an esoteric example, I want there to be purple rhinos with blue rainbow ears on every street corner sign in the world. That'll just make everybody happy. Oh my God, it'd be so beautiful, or hippos, blue hippos with purple ears, or elephants with those beautiful butterfly ears. Oh my gosh, that would be so gorgeous. It'd just make everybody happy and the world would be fantastic. And this is what I want. And this is what we should do. Okay? Now that's a very esoteric example, because I'm trying to stay out of a non-triggering reactionary phase for people. So I'm not picking a topic like of politics. I'm not picking a side here. Okay. So you say, this is what I see and feel we should do. This man told me this ideology, or expressed this ideology, or expressed his thoughts and his opinions and his concepts of how life should be, and I agree with him. It resonates with me, or it makes sense to me, or I like it, or I love the man, or whatever it is, and I go, boom, I go all in. Okay. It's ideology. You go, I have this thought or opinion or theory about what a spiritual path is, meditation path is, or what enlightenment is about, or all these things. Okay? And you have all these thoughts and feelings of what they should be. Okay? But that's beautiful to have these things, because that is also part of reality, ideology. But when you live in it, that is truth or facts or reality, bam, the clash occurs. Okay. And how you can tell, and here I'll go back to the key about ideology and reality. Okay. So how you can tell when you are in reality, when you are in the moment now, when you are present center, and you are in your boom, boom, awakened state. And people go in and out of it, okay, until you can no longer go in and out of it. Okay, and then you remember it all was to remember. Then you get rid of all that. Okay. I take a personal discipline to the awakening state that every day I wake up and I have to reprove it. That's a personal discipline myself. Okay. But even that, I can drop that. I'm just breathing. Okay. So I went a little bit sideways on the awakening state, because what I'm saying is that people have ideologies to what things are. Okay, but the true awakened state, getting back to the point, is that reality, factual happening. So, and I'm going to do a little bit of this, but I'm going to stay general with politics in America, because it's such a huge example, and I'm enjoying it. I mean, I'm loving the human being experience, and people are suffering tremendously, and people are being very happy, but people are growing. It's an evolutionary stage of society. Maybe, everybody, maybe, it may not be. It may be a teardown. And it's not what people think, oh, well, my ideology is being ruined, or my ideology is winning. It's not about that. It's that people are piercing this dream bubble fantasy and these non-working moments, and they're struggling. And the old adage is the caterpillar in the cocoon, and that's pre-awakened state. Okay, very very old classical tale. The other one is Alice in Wonderland. The country is in the dark nights of the soul, okay? Because people are dreaming. And their illusions are being popped, okay, by truth. Now that's one aspect to the awakened state journey. So you have to get clear, have to be focusedly clear that what you see and what you say is what is, okay? So when I say reality, that's the base. And many people will just say, that's it. There's nothing else. There's no philosophy. There's no fantasy. There's no reality. Boom. That's the truth realized aspect. And I say, well, that's a boring shit life. So let's include the other part, which is the ideology, the love, the beauty, the bliss, the fun, the joy, the incredibleness, and some pure happiness, or the euphoric happiness. I mean, okay, because we have it, so that's part of it too. Okay, so you don't separate it because it's all one thing. There is no separation in life or consciousness or meditation or the human being experience. Okay, people, it only exists in the mind, okay, the mindset. Okay. So I take reality. Question is, do you see it? Now, how you get pure clarity is the path of reflection. And that's what you're seeing going on in American politics. The clash, the clash, the clash, the clash, the clash, the clash, the ba-da-da-da-da, 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 ba-da-da-da-da. Everybody's going nuts. Went through it from 2000 and we could say all my life up till 2005. And how you hone in clarity is point of reference. And so you find somebody who's just absolutely phenomenal and you do it. Now, how you can tell if you are in ideology, thought, or you are in reality, and it gets a little dicey, people. There's a period in the meditation path where you go, I have lost all touch or all sense of connection with people. I've lost my marbles. You're just it's just all esoteric. It's I don't know if what I'm seeing and saying is the same thing as what's happening, or it gets really I want to say obscure, but that's not quite right. It gets really just unbelievably vast, and everything's possible, and you're just there's just am I in a dream, or am I just the only one that sees truth? And it's really fantasional experience. It's really cool looking back at it, and it's really cool when you can kind of play in and out of it. Okay, but when you're in it and you kind of get a glimpse, oh my gosh, I'm living in a dream, or am I? Sobering moment. So that's what's occurring with politics. So how can you tell if you're in ego, or if you're in non-ego, if you're in truth, or you're in non-truth, if you're in ideology, or you're in factuality, okay, or reality, reality, okay? How can you tell? Real simple. One of the simple keys. There's many, but here's one of them. When you're in a thought, I'm going to create the greatest pain in the world, or I love the magical animals on all the stop signs all over the world. Okay, going back to that analogy. Okay, beautiful, fun thing, not right or wrong. Who knows? Maybe that'd be the key to the world. I mean, seriously, people. I mean, people do little smiley faces, and wow, beautiful moments. It lightens people up. Okay, so who knows? Maybe that is the key. And we go, wow, we didn't know that these magical animals all over the stop signs of the world would be the greatest saving human race, and would line the mind and the heart and the soul, and everybody would just be like a Zen world. Maybe it is. Maybe some 5-year-old kid is just going, you people are crazy. I keep telling you, it's the elephants with the ears, and it's the hippopotamuses and the rhinos, and you put all these beautiful magical animals and you put them on the stop signs, and everybody's going to be happy, and it's just going to work. And the little 5-year-old kid is just going, mom, 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 right? And he grows up and he has this ideology. Okay, so in politics right now, everybody's picking a side. Now, I picked reality and truth, and I picked the lesser of two and the greater of two. And I'm fortunate because it was proven right, because my thing was practicality, and I didn't want millions of people to suffer. Okay, food, basic reality. Okay, because I have been through the other side when ideology crashes. You become homeless. Very tough. Okay. So, what is the key to knowing if you're ideology and reality? Okay, when ideology hits reality, and if it's a truth, it's clean. Boom, boom, boom. If it gets bam, tensions, anger, frustration, it doesn't work. It's ideology. Okay? And what I'm really trying to say is here, how do you know the difference? Is ideology something that you're creating and supposed to happen, and or is it a factual, a non-factual reality? In other words, it's bullshit. You know, am I dreaming, or am I supposed to be working towards this goal? Okay? Bam! Frustrations. The body will blow up in anger, tension, frustrations. When ideology hits reality, and that ideology is not a passion, it will hit tensions. Now, okay? And you will flare up. The mind, the body, the tensions, and all of that will just, okay? It's a big key, people. In other words, the reason that we have these emotions and things are like, it's like a giant flare going up. It's a big sign. Just beep, beep, beep. You know, it's the sirens and the red signals just going off. Beep, 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 the tensions. That means stop, look, and check your thoughts, your wandering mind, your dreaming mind, your ideology, your concepts with your right here, right now reality. Okay? And where there's this fierce explosion of tensions, frustrations, and anger, there's a half-truth. Because real truths, when you really see it accepted, like, I'm holding an apple. Right now, I'm not holding an apple. Okay? So, I want an apple, but I'm not holding an apple. And I'm like, yeah, but I really want an apple. I really want an apple. Like, where's my apple? You know, I go, oh my God, I want an apple! Okay? I don't do that. Well, sometimes I do, and then I go, dude, get with reality, okay? Because I check with the tensions, and I go, okay, I want an apple, but I look at my hand, and there's no apple. So I get a little frustrated, and I go, check with your moment now. Now, let's say that, you know, taking the stop sign thing to the apple thing. Let's say you want an apple because you want to make an apple pie, and it's going to be a wonderful, beautiful moment, okay? Tying that into American politics, apple pie, okay? So, just because it's not in your hand, and just because you have frustrations, one of the great gifts of meditation and discipline is that you check the reality. You check the other side of the facts. Okay, why is there not an apple in my hand? You know, and you can say, oh yeah, I have, you know, I'm abundant. I have tons of apples. You know, look at this beautiful apple. And somebody with clarity comes and goes, what are you, nuts? There's no apple in your hand. You go, oh no, there's an apple in my hand. How dare you tell me I can't have apples? How dare you tell me, you know, you're crazy, you're mean, you know, and all the projections and the nasty fighting and blah, blah, blah comes. But really, if you look, you go, oh wow, I don't have an apple, but I want one. So I was thinking about it. And I was like, And if you accept the reality and go, well, I don't want an apple, and maybe the stranger would say, goes, yeah, I really want an apple. And the stranger goes, well, why do you want an apple? Oh, well, I want to make an apple pie because I got friends coming over and I want us to share. And I just had this morning craving. I had a dream about apple pies, and I thought it'd be great to make an apple pie. Now you're in the process. You're in the process of truth and the process of creativity. Okay. So when you cheat the moment by saying your ideology is over reality, and this is rampantly going on right now in the world, you cheat the process. Okay? Because the stranger go, yeah, I don't have apples, you're wasting my time. Now you have a base point of reference of where you're at. Now you got a chance to really make that apple pie, people. Because you know where you're at. You go, okay, I don't have an apple, but I thought I did. Wow, I was dreaming. Now what do I got to do to get that apple? You go, oh, I got to go to the store. Now maybe the guy who left, because he thought you were a nut job saying you had an apple, goes, you know what? The other day, I was dreaming and I thought it was somewhere else. I forgot I forgot time. I thought it was Monday. It was Thursday, and I was just realizing, wow, I spaced out. I said, you know what? I went to my car and I just happened to go to the store and I threw an extra bag of apples. I go, I kind of blew you off as a kook and a weirdo. But when you said, oh, wow, I'm dreaming, I wanted one, I said, okay, whatever, man. The man walks away and he got his car. He goes, oh, you know what? I do that. The guy was honest. I got an extra bag of apples. He goes, here. Oh, thank you. Can I pay you? Blah, blah, blah. No, it's my gift. Thank you for the reminder. Oh, thank you very much. So when you have these dreams or visions or ideology, but then you put it based with the reality, and then you accept it, and you don't fight against it. Oh, no, I have an apple in my hand, I have an apple in my hand, I have an apple in my hand, and you're sitting there and you're fighting over and over and over for days and weeks and months and years about that you have an apple in your hand. People, I don't have an apple in my hand right now. So why are you fighting about an apple you don't have in your hand saying you do? Just look. That's awakening. One aspect of it. So, by not cheating the process of being clear-headed to where you're at, what occurs is you give yourself a chance to see if this dream or vision is supposed to be. And you give it a chance to get support and help to make it happen. Okay? So maybe in the analogy, magical animals all over stop signs is a beautiful painting. Maybe it's a wonderful little kid's book. Maybe it's a movie. But maybe it's not the brightest idea that, on a stormy night, somebody's driving along and they say, oh, look at that wonderful, magical elephant. And they run through the stop sign and bam, they get in a horrible collision. Maybe not the best idea. Okay? But maybe it's a wonderful story or a painting or a creation. Maybe that's the ideology. But when you give yourself a chance by being real, what occurs is that then you get to see if it's supposed to happen. Okay? And you never know. Great mentor of mine, and listen, I've done this, I'm living this. I go, you just give yourself the best chance you can to succeed, and if it's supposed to, a project or a creation or art or an idea, if they love it, and it's timing, boom, it'll go. But just create it. And one is a thought that you put into a form, maybe a painting or a book or whatever. And one is just your mental fantasy. Because truth and reality are what is. And the reason that I say about American politics, Zen wins. It was factual. the night, and I'm going to go back to American politics of the 2016 presidential campaign. The night before the election, I said, this ain't going to happen. I was writing to everybody on the social networks, okay, you know what? Zen wins, and I was wrong. And congratulations, other side. Boom, I actually wrote it. And then all of a sudden, I was right. The intuitiveness and the clarity that I saw was correct. I could have been wrong. And I was ready to raise my hand. 3 days after the election, I said, all right, everybody, bury the fight, bury the gloves, enough, okay? This is reality, let's move on, okay? Let's build the steps. And didn't happen. But I've gone through the process of the dark nights, the Alice in Wonderland, self-discovery, the awakening, okay? I was ready to move. So I just said, okay, let's go. Let's just keep grinding along until America gets it. In the bigger sense, what I see is that this awakening is happening, is the clash between ideology and reality is like the sand and the oyster creating the pearl, okay? It's burning off this lazy, sluggish dream state, okay? So the beautiful thing when you accept a reality, like, wow, I don't have an apple in my hand, but I really want one. And then you check, is it a true need or is it just a desire? Okay, a fantasy. You go, no, I really need this because I have friends coming over and they need to eat, and this would, be a wonderful thing. Boom. Because you were honest and you didn't fight with the man who said you don't have an apple, he gave you a bag of apples. Or maybe he didn't give you a bag of apples, but he goes, hey, you know what? Down the store, they got a cart, they just got a fresh shipment in, and they're like 5 cents each today. They're just having this special, 5 cents each. Do you have a quarter? Do you have 50 cents? You can buy. How many do you need for your apple pies? Do you need a dozen, 2 dozen? What do you need? Do you need $1 to go buy your apples? Or no, I have it. That's fabulous. Maybe he gives you his apples, or maybe you go down and get apples. Okay, and then now you have the apples. So now your ideology or your dream or your thought or your opinion or what you want to do, thinking that I'm going to make a beautiful apple pie, bring it to everybody, and my friends are going to come together and share and drop all their horrible, nasty fighting, and we're going to realize we're friends, we love one another, each other, we disagree, and can we share a meal, and we'll do it over apple pie. Okay? So I will take reality over ideology any day of the week. Also, don't deny the beautiful creativity and whatnot. Okay, people? So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful. Everybody, thank you very much. Please subscribe, tell your friends, share, hit the like buttons, leave comments, and we're growing. Thank you. Apple pie, man, I'm hungry.